Unit 1. Identity. Recording 1.
So, do you know a lot about your family history?
I do, actually, yes, because one thing we have got is a family tree, so and I've put it all on the computer, so I know quite a lot about them.
Did you ever meet your great-grandparents, for example?
No, I never met them. In fact, I've only ever met one grandparent. They all died rather young, so I met my granny. That was from my mother's side. Mellows, they were from Yorkshire.
Oh, I was going to say, where did your ancestors come from?
Well, my mother's side, they all came from Yorkshire. But my father's family originally came from Holland. They came over with William of Orange in 1689.
That's fascinating.
And my ancestor was William of Orange's closest advisor. And so that was for the Glorious Revolution.
Wow. What happened to the other ancestors? Do you know anything about your other side? What might have happened to...
my mother's side?
More recently, perhaps?
Most of my ancestors were either soldiers or in the church or sailors. And very dull, apparently. My father's side, incredibly dull lot, until my father's father married a woman whose surname was Noel, and they're all eccentrics and barking mad and lovely and great fun, and so I like to think that I'm descended from that lot rather more than the boring lot.
So on that note, which members of your family do you feel close to, would you say?
Well, I've only got, I don't have, both my parents are dead now, so my immediate family is the answer to that question, my wife and my two sons, who are 25 and 21 years old.
And who tells the best family stories?
Me.
I thought so.
Unit 1. Recording 2. 1.
Do you know a lot about your family history?
2.
Did you ever meet your great-grandparents?
3.
Where did your ancestors come from?
4.
What happened to them?
5.
Which members of your family do you feel close to?
6.
Who tells the best family stories?
Unit 1, Recording 3. Part 1.
Is your brain male or female? A strange question? Maybe, maybe not. In a moment, you will be asked to draw a picture of a bike. Make sure you have a pen or pencil. Pause now and play when you're ready.
Part 2.
OK, you have exactly 1 minute to draw a picture of a bicycle. Go. Make it as beautiful or normal as you like. Include as much detail as you can. You've got 45 seconds left. You've got another 15 seconds. You've got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Stop. Right, stop drawing, please. Now you have to write down on your piece of paper whether you, the artist, are male or female. That's all we need to know for the experiment. Now turn to page 158 to see what a real bike looks like. Please pause the recording now.
Unit 1, Recording 4. Part 3.
Now count up the parts on your drawing. Did you include wheels, a handlebar, a saddle, a chain, a crossbar, pedals? Did your bike have at least 5 parts? And could it work? Now for the difference between the men's drawings of a bicycle and the women's. Female drawings often include a person riding the bike. Men's drawings don't usually include a person. This is a clear indication that women think people are important. Men, on the other hand, are more interested in getting the machine right.
Unit 1, Recording 5. Part 4.
Here are some comments from men and women who did the test.
Well, I only got 4 parts right. How many did you get right?
I only got 4. How many did you get?
I've got 5, but none of us got the chain, did we? So
mine hasn't even got pedals.
No, mine hasn't got pedals either.
Pedals nor chain, so mine will never work.
But if you've got pedals and no chain, it's not going to work anyway.
It'll have to be going downhill.
And also that means the explanation for men making the bike work doesn't work because you.
That's right. Of the 2 women and 1 man, none of us
have
drew
made the bike work.
Yeah, and none of us drew a person.
No.
So the explanation about women wanting to put a person on there hasn't proven correct for you two.
No, not with us. No.
And mine is meant to be all about functionality, and it hasn't. I've got a little bird on my handlebars, though.
It's very clear drawing, though, yours. I think mine's more male than yours, maybe.
I think you're right.
Yours is much more accurate. Yours is the most accurate one.
The way you've used the biro to kind of just make the lines more solid, that's quite a masculine thing,
And you've got lights on yours, and you've got five parts.
Yeah.
Unit 1, Recording 6. 1.
I think I'm a good employee, as I always do my best at work.
2.
At my school, we have a system of mentors who help the younger pupils, and I'm one of the mentors.
3.
My nice news is that I recently became godmother to my best friend's little girl.
4.
I'm the boss of a small company that sells phone cards.
5.
I'll introduce you to my fiancé later. We got engaged 2 weeks ago.
6.
I took up judo 6 months ago, and I'm a member of a local club.
Unit 1, Recording 7. 1.
And what about your expectations of the course?
Well, as I've said, I've studied English for many years and spent time in Britain, but that was a few years ago. So for me, the most important thing is to just refresh and try to remember my English, practice speaking and listening.
OK. You've got a very good level of English, so we'd put you in the advanced class. Is there anything else?
Could I ask a question?
Of course.
I can take the morning class from 9 to 12, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And in the afternoon there are optional classes?
Yes. These are special classes with a special focus, like English idioms, conversation, pronunciation. We have the full list here.
I see. Thank you.
No problem. OK, well, thank you very much.
2.
There are a couple of things I'd like to ask about, Jade. Your CV says you have some experience of looking after children.
Yes, I was a tutor on a summer camp last year.
Can I ask you about that? What type of things did you do?
Well, I organised games.
games for...
The children.
OK. And what age were the children?
7 to 10.
OK. And you enjoyed it?
Yes.
What aspect, what part did you enjoy, would you say?
I suppose I'd have to say I liked the games best.
And any problems?
No.
What about the different ages? We often find that different ages together can be difficult.
It depends. In my opinion, you can usually get the older children to help the younger ones.
3.
I think that's about it. Do you have any questions? Any queries?
Yes, actually, I do have a query.
Yes, go ahead.
It's about online classes at the university.
Right.
If I'm accepted, I saw that there are, that it's possible to take some courses online.
That's right.
So I wouldn't need to attend classes?
Not for the online courses, but, well, one thing I'd like to say is that the online courses are in many ways more difficult than face-to-face courses. Certainly in terms of reading and writing, they're really quite demanding.
Unit 1, Recording 8.
I heard about Second Life on BBC Breakfast TV, and I decided to sort of get on it because I wanted to see what it'd be like to interact in a virtual world. So, and also to see how it was presented on screen on our computers. So, I went on, and you can create your own avatar, which means to create a sort of different version of yourself. So, I created a new image of myself. I didn't change my appearance that much. You can choose different parts of the body, so you can change your face. I made myself with dark hair rather than with blonde. I'm not sure why. One thing I decided to alter was my job. I decided to be a businesswoman rather than an actress. But one thing that hasn't changed is my personality. You get to talk to people online as your avatar. So obviously my responses are still as me. But you can also set up your own buildings. You can pay for and build your own buildings. So you can be your own businesswoman in your own shop, and people can come in and actually buy things from your shop. So it's really interesting to sort of interact as this alternative being, different version of me.